Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Heart of Racing, your YouTube channel dedicated to the sport of horse racing. Now we're going to go through a couple of news stories, one including the Grand National weights this year, and then we're going to get on to some of my selections for Thursday and Friday. We've got some cracking racing out in Meydan on the flat. There's a few jumps meetings that I'd like to have a look at as well, so let's get into the video now. Okay, on Tuesday night it was the Grand National weights ceremony where they released the weights for the horses for the Grand National. It's just over 100 entries at the moment, but just under 40 will actually run and be allowed to run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the top 40 from 40 down to 1 on the weights that the handicap is given. And we'll just have a look afterwards at a couple of brief selections, some that catch the eye. We'll do a proper Grand National video in a couple of weeks' time, just after the Cheltenham Festival. I'm thinking of doing one, so do look out for that one. But the 40, going from 40 down to 1 for the Grand National, the names are Vieux Leon Rouge, Ukello Conti, Pleasant Company,
1 hour later,
Le Mercury, Atoy Phil, Tiger Roll, Tenor Nivernais,
2 hours later,
Lord Scoundrel, More of That, Devil's Bride, Minella Rocco, Aleki Ninois,
3 hours later,
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Allery, The Last Samurai, Carlingford Lot, Don Polly, Empire of Dirt, Champagne West, and Outlander. So they are the 40 runners, well 40 that are pretty much guaranteed to run at the moment if all goes well. Obviously if one of those top 40 drop out, then horses move up in the weights or move up in the numbers and could end up running in the National. There's a big handicap this week and on Saturday for the National, which we'll go through on Saturday morning, so do look out for that one, but it's a bit of a Grand National trial, that one. But absolutely fantastic to see all the entries and some fantastic horses in there. Gigginstown with a handful of runners along with Gordon Elliott. Outlander is at the top of the weights, but as soon as he was announced that he'd be at the top of the weights, Gordon Elliott said he wouldn't run, so the handicapper didn't quite know that and didn't quite get that one right. I don't think Gordon Elliott had any intention of running Outlander in the Grand National, but definitely still my Gold Cup horse. Remember that, Outlander for Gordon Elliott for Gigginstown in the Gold Cup, Cheltenham Gold Cup, so do have a look at that horse. But my brief selections that I want to go through, the ones that catch the eye. First of all, Empire of Dirt ran fantastically in the Irish Gold Cup, second with Jack Kennedy on board. I think Jack Kennedy will pick this horse again if it ends up running in the National, and would probably be my pick of the favourites at the moment. There are other horses that do catch the eye. Obviously Don Polly, perfect. He's obviously crying out for 4.5 miles, I would have thought, along with Minella Rocco, who will be looking at that sort of distance. So another one that's a bit interesting in that listing. More of That, he may be a Gold Cup horse, and he could even be a Grand National horse after the Gold Cup. But if John Joe Neal decides to send More of That into the Gold Cup, a lively outsider, I'm pretty sure of that. The way he was finishing in the Irish Gold Cup before falling was very, very interesting, and we might see the old More of That we're used to seeing. So definitely one to note down. I'm not sure whether he's a national horse, but he's definitely one for the Gold Cup to note down. The one that really catches the eye is The Last Samurai. Finished second, I believe, last year, behind Rule the World in the Gigginstown colours, and I just think that we know it's going to get that distance, we know it can perform over that distance, and The Last Samurai is one of my big selections. I haven't looked massively into the National yet, and like I said, just after the Cheltenham Festival I'll do a proper video on the National. We'll probably have a bit of fun with the public out in, well, my local city, Chichester, and try and get the public's opinion on who's going to win the National. But we'll go into that video later on in March. But they're the 40 runners. I know I went through those pretty quickly and it was probably fast forwarded. I probably edited it so it's fast forwarded. So they're the 40 picks, but do have a look on the Racing Post app, because you can have a look at all those and see if you can get an early selection and get a nice decent price early on. One horse we didn't talk about on Tuesday was Altior, and Altior, Latin for highest or altitude, and he was jumping pretty high on Saturday, hardly touching that last fence, and it was such an impressive round of jumping. And the question after for Nicky Henderson after the race was, is it as good as Sprinter Sacra? Now the BHA have raised this horse to 170, his rating's 170, and this is £1 higher than Sprinter Sacra was at this stage of Sprinter Sacra's career, as In that race, Sprinter Sacra ran a few years back, many years back, and has been rated £1 higher, Altior. So Altior looks like a thing of the future and something special. It's not going to take on Duvan this year at the Cheltenham Festival, but I think it could be a match for the next year at the Cheltenham Festival, so one to look out for. But Altior looks a very impressive horse, and the fact that BHA have raised him £1 higher than what Sprinter Sacra was at the same stage in the career is very interesting. So definitely one, possibly a banker for the Cheltenham Festival, but a very short price would be Altior. But what a fantastic horse, and if you want to see the replay, I'll leave a link down below for the Racing UK link to the race, so do go check that one out. Okay, now let's get into my selections, and we are going to go straight out to Meydan, where we had a cracking week last Thursday, which was an 11-to-1 winner in Albasta for Godolphin and Osam Murphy on board that one. 11-to-1 winner, which was absolutely fantastic. And the Richard Hannon runner, Oh This Is Us, came second at an each way price at 15-2. I didn't think he would win that race, Oh This Is Us, but I did say it was a solid each way bet, and that came second for us. So Meydan seems to be my popular place to be betting. I haven't got the list of odds up at the moment for some of the races out there, but I'm just going to share with you who I like immediately looking at the card. I'm going to start with the 305 over there, and well, it's a Group 2, and the horse to note down here is Realtra for Roger Varian and Andrea Azzini on board. Absolutely fantastic horse, has performed in group races before across Europe, and a very, very interesting runner. Andrea Azzini doesn't get too many rides out in Meydan, and this is a interesting horse. The one that I do like the look of on ratings would have to be Very Special. I mean, it's ridden by Jim Crowley in the Godolphin colours, and like we said, the boys in blue do fire, the Godolphin boys do fire. Sidebin Through and Jim Crowley, that could be the likely winner, Very Special, in the Godolphin colours. But Realtra, if going up at a big price, I'd like to think could be a solid each way bet. If this horse is around 3-1, 2-1, you'd have to go for the win, but if it's at a decent price, I think a solid each way bet just to come behind Very Special in that 305 Group 2 out in Meydan. Okay, the next race we're going to concentrate on is the 4:15 out in Meydan, and this is a Group 3 race. And Godolphin are in here with Jungle Cat, trained by Charlie Appleby and William Buick, and a very, very strong horse. I do like the look of this horse. However, the horse that I do note down, who's performed quite well in Group 1 events, is Ertujal, ridden by Jim Crowley in the Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum colours. Very, very interesting runner here, and the fact it's performed in Group 1s, I do think it should go extremely well here. So the two that I'm going to side with are the Sheikh's big horses, and the Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum horse Ertujal probably is going to go on and win that, but Jungle Cat could finish just behind him in second. But it's going to be a very close race, I believe, between Jungle Cat and Ertujal in that 4:15 at Meydan. Right, the final race for the Thursday that I want to concentrate on is the 4:15 at Meydan. And there's not many runners in this field. However, Godolphin have got two, Flash Fire, who I've mentioned in a vlog a couple of weeks back, who did very well, won very impressively. And, you know, I think it should go and win here as well, Charlie Appleby and William Buick. However, Kimrick's in this race, Miguel Barcelona on board in the Godolphin colours, and Barcelona is a bit of a stylish jockey. I know some people don't like Barcelona. He comes right from the back very late and likes to bomb it home. So definitely one to note, Kimrick, because Barcelona tactically can be extremely, extremely good. The one that does catch the eye is Gifted Master for Hugo Palmer, ridden by Pat Smullen. Hugo Palmer's horses at the moment and last season were firing. He's a trainer that's just getting better and better throughout the seasons. But Gifted Master's a very interesting runner with his first run out in Meydan. But the two that I want to note are the Godolphin runners, Kimrick and Flash Fire. The one that I think is going to go on and win that is going to be Kimrick, but I think it's going to be a very close battle. But just one to watch out for is Gifted Master. If it doesn't go and win this race and runs quite well, should go out and win its next race. So one to note in that race will be Gifted Master. Okay, moving on to Fridays now. That's all my picks for Thursday. Let's move on to Friday's runners. And the one that I want to concentrate on, the one race, is the 4:15 at Sandown. It's a handicap chase. And top weight in this race is Cogri for Nigel Twiston-Davies. At the weekend, Nigel Twiston-Davies was firing. He had some fantastic winners. But looking at this horse at top weight Cogri, looking at his form, you can't really like him. Loads of P's, loads of F's, and loads of U's. And that's not what you want to see on form. So not one that I'd want to be trusting in. The one that I'd like is Cat Kenko for Venetia Williams. It's course and distance winner, and I'd like to think Charlie Deutsch will be booked on board this horse. A brilliant youngster, claiming £3, and he should be on board this and ride this pretty solidly. The one to note might be Pete the Feet. I watched this horse win at Sandown last time out. Charlie Longston's reaction, he hadn't had a winner for a while, and his reaction was incredible. That was on ITV Racing, but I was there live that day, and Pete the Feet was very impressive. Do I think he can go and win this again? Probably not quite. He might be close, but I just think Cat Kenko might be a solid bet at a fairly big price. So Cat Kenko in the 4:15 at Sandown is my selection. Right, thanks for watching The Heart of Racing. It's been a pleasure to have you here for Thursday Friday Fever as always. If you do want more selections, do let me know down in the comments section down below. I can always post them on Twitter. If you don't follow our Twitter page, it's at Heart of Racing. The name's down in the description, but do follow us. Every time we upload, we post on there. So if you switch your notification on Twitter, you'll be alerted every time we post. So definitely worth doing that one. But thanks very much for the support. If you are new to the channel, go and subscribe down below. Hit that big red button down below. Do hit the like button as well if you're enjoying these videos. Comment down below if you want to see something new. But other than that, guys, I will see you on Saturday morning for the weekend of racing, where we'll go through Saturday and Sunday's cards. We've got a cracking card at Ascot with Mr. Q card up on that top right for you guys. Up there, he will be running at Ascot, so definitely one to look out for. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Saturday. Cheers.